Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel. I'm coming at you from the buck stall. You're getting a lot more buck action than you normally do because folks are asking me how Thorn is doing and because it's just before they become stinky beasts for rut. Once they become stinky beasts, you're not going to see them again because they're stinky beasts and I don't want to become covered in buck stink every day. I just cleaned their stall and Phineas decided he thought it would be clever to roll in it. So he is now covered in sawdust. You're fired. That's why people do what they do, just like they did to Thorn, cut them down when they don't need to maintain that coat. Really, I'm the only crazy one that maintains a master champion buck the way I do, but I prefer it. Thorn's doing great. You're probably hearing some fan noise. For that, I apologize, but it is warm, and you can see that he's heaving a little bit in terms of his breathing. That is a little bit of the heat, but it's actually more about me being in here doing this. He's still not used to us as his people. He's still not quite settled. It'll take a little bit of time. He's certainly being helped along by Phineas. They have become, I'm not going to call them best friends, but they've become, buddies. They're herd mates now. They do stick around together. I don't see them very far apart. So that is all good. I think I mentioned last time Phineas is enjoying his role as leader for the moment. I don't know if it'll stay. He is the younger of the two. And he has a caring side to him. He's a bit of a beast, but he does actually bond pretty nicely with the other bucks that we've had in with him. So I expect that to do the same. So what are you doing, Mr. Thorn? Huh? I know, it's okay. See? Yeah, we're not so bad. You got some eye boogies we got to clean up. I have not put him on the grooming stand yet. One, his breeder did bathe him before they sent him home to me, so that was very kind. So he really came home kind of fresh with his hooves done. He had a bath, he had a brush out, what little he needed to have brushed out. So I haven't had him up on our stand yet to get a really close look at him. He'll be due shortly. And when we get him up on the stand, we'll get a better look at all of his parts and pieces, especially since they're all hanging out for everybody to see. The one good thing about, Thorn being trimmed the way he is that he will have no problem breeding the girls. One of the things, and I've talked about this a little bit when I have the boys up on the stand, is after they're master champions, I will trim the hair from their bellies. And part of that, mostly that is because it gets sopping wet from the urine and it gets matted and gross and stinky. And there's no need to cut it out and maintain it if they're not going back in the show ring. And certainly you can't tell that it's missing when you keep the outer coat long. But the other reason that it helps to trim that is because without any hair blocking the way, there's not as much maneuvering required for the buck to be able to accomplish his mission. Isn't Phineas handsome? He really is. And he knows it too, the beast. I just love having him here and being a part of the herd. And I'm really excited again to put Thorn. I know he looks very Eeyore-ish. He's very, very silly. But I'm excited to put him into the herd as a breeding animal as well. He's going to bring a lot to our program in terms of coat texture, size, temperament. He's going to add a little bit of fainting that we don't currently have. All of our goats faint, but he's going to add a bit more intensity around his fainting to some of his kids, I'm sure. And that'll balance out some of my does that are light fainters. So, we're making selections that way. And if you haven't seen my talk on fainting, it is upcoming. And I do a pretty big deep dive on the whole fainting, the genetics, how it works, how it's classified, why Thorn is a heavy fainter and Phineas is not. etc. So look for that in an upcoming video. And I think I'm going to leave it here and let these guys mess up their nice clean stall and enjoy the shade and the fan. I know I'm enjoying standing in the fan breeze. You can see Phineas certainly has found his breeze, and he likes it. They know where the fans hit. So that's it for now. I hope you have a fabulous day wherever you are in this world. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and bye for now.